What's up, guys? Mardi Gras Man 23 here, and today let's do a little vlog. Let's talk about, is Lego in trouble? So when I say is Lego in trouble, what do you guys think? Well, last year we know that their earnings were down for the first time, and they didn't lose money, but they had less earnings last year than they have in, I don't know, how many years in a row has it been? And you can tell when you go into the stores that something is going on. I mean, take for instance, I think it was just 2 years ago, my Walmart had one whole side of the aisle was Lego, half the other side of the aisle was Lego, all the friend sets were on another aisle, and I think the Duplo was even on another aisle. Last year it was shrunk down to where the Lego was just on one side of the aisle and the Friends was on another aisle. And I think the Duplo was incorporated with the Lego aisle. This year it looks like it's all going to be on one aisle. And I don't even know if it's going to fill the aisle. It's going to be Lego City, Lego Superheroes, Lego Star Wars. I think the Ninjago movie. Then you got the Friends sets mixed in at the front with the City. And then on the other end you got the Duplo. And I don't even think it fills the whole aisle. So we've gone from basically 2 aisles of Lego to not even a whole aisle of Lego. Why is that? Well, I think it's because it's not selling as much. So the question is, why is it not selling? You could see every year the clearance you would think would be less because you would learn buying patterns. And if you had all this on clearance last year, even though the sets are different, you're talking about what you know, let's say you have a budget to spend on Lego. If you're filling an aisle in a store, you have a budget, and your budget is X amount. And at the end of the season, you mark down X amount. So now next year, you're going to adjust your budget down, and you're going to buy less Legos so you don't have as much markdown. But you end up having the same amount of markdown, or even more. So why are people not buying it? Well, some people are like me, and they're just waiting to buy it on clearance because they think the retails are a little too high. In my opinion, half the Lego sets are priced too high, and half of them are just right. And then you'll find a couple that are a really good deal that you don't understand. Why is this deal so good why is this set so good compared to this set that's so high priced? Doesn't make any sense. Might be this small set has so many figs and it's 20 bucks. This big set only has 2 figs and it's $70 and it should be $50. It doesn't make any sense sometimes. But why is that? Is that hurting the sales? Is online buying hurting the sales? I mean, take a look this year. My Walmart, like I said, had less Lego than it's had in the previous 2 years, but the markdown was more, which means that we didn't sell as much for Christmas, or they didn't sell as much for Christmas. So they had that much more left to mark down. I mean, we're 3 weeks into January, and they still have Lego to be marked down. Brick heads are everywhere. They're at Walmart. They're at Target. Why didn't those sell? Those are really cool little sets, really cool little builds. I like them. But at full retail, they're 10 bucks. I mean, I bought 2 at full retail. I waited. They hit half price at Target. I've got the whole set. And now if they go down even more, I'll probably buy another set, because between Walmart and Target, I could get a whole nother set now. And I don't know if they are, they're definitely discontinued, but I don't know if they're retired yet. So what do you guys think? What's hurting Lego? Why is the selection in the stores going down? Is it going to turn into where we're just looking at, instead of a 40-foot aisle of Lego, we have 8 feet? I mean, and we're going to have to go online, and then what that means is all the clearance deals are going to be gone because they don't have the Lego to mark down. I mean, are sales that bad? You guys tell me what you think. I mean, how many new sets do you guys actually buy? I usually buy, I don't know, even, I don't know. I don't buy very many sets at full price. It's got to be really good, or I got to have a gift card, because I just go into the store and I just keep looking at it. And I'm thinking it's either going to go on down, it's going to be cheaper online and I can price match, or I'm going to wait till the end of the season and I'm just going to buy it on clearance. And it's got to be something I really want that I'm scared is not going to make clearance for me to pay full retail. Or something I really want. Like, I paid full price for this because it's a Spider-Man set, and I like to collect all the Spider-Man sets because that's my favorite superhero. But if it was a Thor set, I wouldn't buy it. I like Thor. If it's marked down, I'll buy it. If I miss the markdown or it doesn't make it to markdown, it's not the end of the world. I don't need it, or I don't have to have it for my collection. So I don't want to ramble on for 10 or 12 minutes, but I just want your thoughts. I wanted to give you my thoughts. Is Lego in that much trouble where the selection is going to go down and it's going to be harder and harder to find? Is that a good thing? I mean, is it a good thing that we have less to buy? You know, the old less is more concept? Or I don't think it's a good thing because the selection is going to be less. And even though you can get anything you want online, if you can only get it online, then the prices are never going to come down. And then what's that mean? So you guys tell me, leave me some comments below. Is Lego in trouble? I know some people talked about this when their earnings came out last year, and I didn't really do a lot of reading or research or paying, but I could just tell you what I see from going into the stores all the time. I mean, you see less and less on the shelves. You know, why is that? And I mean, I think I know why, because they're selling less. So if they're selling less, they're going to order less the next year or the next season, because they want to put other stuff on the shelves that they think they can sell. But the problem with toys is you're never going to sell everything. So you tell me, what do you guys think? Do we see a pattern coming where eventually we're going to get down to an 8-foot Lego aisle at Walmart? I mean, that's unheard of. I know there's some rural areas where that may be all they have, but just think about the Target selection, which is still 2 aisles in most cases, even though the 2 aisles now have some Mega Blocks incorporated or some other things incorporated that aren't Lego, slowly losing space. You still have the Friends and the Duplo on another aisle. So eventually, is that going to come to the Lego aisle and Target? And then Walmart's already shrunk down. So what's going to happen? Where's the selection going? I mean, variety is it. Variety is the spice of life, right? I mean, you got to have variety to get consumers in. You got to have something in your stores that other people don't have. And now you're going to have less and less and less. It's just very disturbing. It happens in everything. Every industry it happens. I've worked in retail for a long time, and I can tell you, if people don't buy it, it's gone. And then you'll have the customer come in and says, I can't believe you didn't sell it. You don't have this on the shelf anymore. I used to buy it all the time. Well, unfortunately, you were the only one buying it. That's why we don't carry it anymore. And that's what's happening with Lego. Sales are down for something. Are kids not playing with it anymore? Kids not building? Is the imagination factor gone because they're too wrapped up in video games? Nobody goes outside and plays. Nobody sits on the floor and builds anymore. You guys tell me. I mean, what do you think the problem is? Leave me some comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear why you think Lego is in trouble. And what is the long-term effect of this? Leave me some thoughts, guys. Tell me what you think. So that I don't know what else I could say. You guys tell me. So that's it for this one, guys. This is going to go, it's going to be less than 10 minutes. I just had some thoughts on my mind. Wanted to share them with you. Thanks for all the support, guys. I really appreciate all the views. I mean, I appreciate you guys. Without you guys, there'd be no sense for me to make a video. Even if a video gets 100 views, that makes me feel like I put something out there that got 100 people's attention. So leave me some comments below. Be sure to hit the like button down there. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my channel. Check out all my playlists. Thanks for watching. And as always, appreciate the support. And we'll see you again.